Record. Perfect. Welcome to our team call tonight. A couple of things I want to throw your way before we toss it over to Cameron, who is going to slay the team call tonight. Just a few reminders. First of all, freaking slaying the you-know-what out of this month. Like, you guys are on fire, and I love it because so many of you have been like, oh, those promo codes, like, that's why I'm successful this month, or MM100 made me successful. No, I have a news flash for you. You're successful this month because those promo codes and MM100 launch just made you believe in yourself just this much more, when really you were capable of it all along, with or without a promo code. I need you to know that, and I need you to own it. So when August rolls around, like, whatever you achieved in July, you can do it again. And you can do it again and again and again. I remember when I was a brand new coach and I started my business, and my first month was Brittany, props right over there, if you guys see her. She was actually my very first customer, and I sent this horrible, awful, like, scripted invite to her, and she knew my heart, so luckily she still joined me by some miracle. But I remember thinking after my first month, can I do this again? And after my second month, am I really gonna find 3 more people or 4 more people? And now here I am 4 years later. It's the mindset change and understanding that there is someone out there that needs your help. And when you adopt that mindset and never let limiting belief creep into your head, you absolutely can achieve everything you want. So I need you to understand, before Cameron takes over, whatever the end goal is for you, the only thing that could possibly stand in your way is between your own 2 ears. That is it. That is the only thing that prevents anyone from achieving their goals. I see it every day. I've been a coach for a really long time. I have seen coaches come in. I have seen coaches go out. And the one thing that separates everyone is right here. All right, so last thing, Emerald rank. Let's talk about it. Some of you guys are brand new, so if you are like a coach as of like this month, don't stress, talk with your upline about this. But Emerald rank definitely needs to go on your goal board. Here's why. When you hit Emerald rank, you open yourself up to accruing team volume. So I'm going to use myself as an example. When I became a coach, I went Emerald rank and I started to build volume. Now, a million years later, not really, it started happening like a year later, I make a lot of money off of that volume that I started accruing 4 years ago. My husband's account makes a lot of income off of the team volume that I started building years ago. When you drop your Emerald rank, you can't accrue and you lose what you have accrued. So dropping your Emerald rank is really, really like a punch in the gut to your own business. Now, if you've never hit Emerald rank, this isn't for you. This is for coaches who've been Emerald, go in and out of Emerald, because I want you to understand it's not just about, oh, I'm Emerald. This is your business, and that's your volume, and that's your income now and your future income. So I want you to understand that. I also want you to understand, when you drop your Emerald rank, you're not just letting your own business down, you're letting the entire team down. Like, you're letting yourself down, you're letting your upline down, you're letting their upline down. Like, it affects every single person in our organization, because we're all contributing team volume to help each other grow. For example, let me find, okay, let me ask you guys this. How many of you guys see coaches added to your organization in your back office that you didn't personally sign up? Yeah, okay, that's our whole entire team, whether you're on Val's team, my team, whoever's team you're on, that's our whole entire team contributing. So they're helping you. So you need to help our team by, not going in and out of Emerald rank. And I don't think that everyone quite understands how vital that first rank of Emerald is. It really does open you up for so much possibility. And that's when you really have your business set up, okay? So that's all I want to say. I'm tossing it over to Cameron. I'm going to mute myself. She has a great call planned for you guys tonight. If you guys don't know Cameron, I'm going to do some little recognition for her here. Cameron has been a coach for exactly 1 year, right? Yes, like this week, 1 year.
Yeah.
It was a rock star challenger with Abby Park, and I remember Abby telling me, I have this amazing challenger who would be such a great coach. Her name is Cameron, and Cameron signed up, and she was real nervous to get started, but when she did, man, she freaking went out of the gate, and she game planned her way to every goal possible. She just achieved Success Club All-Star, which means that she has hit Success Club every month for a year, which is a huge deal. That means that she will get her own floor seat at Summit, which is also a big deal. And it is, her income reflects her hard work. And I also want to tell you guys, she's a brand new 2-star diamond coach as of this year, which is one of the first major leadership ranks in our organization. And she strategically plans her way to every single goal. She has her plan and she goes for it. So she's going to share with you guys tonight how she plans for her goals in her personal business. So get out your notebooks, get out your pens. If you're brand new, you're going to hear some things that you don't know before, but it's all good stuff. Just brain dump on a notebook, get engaged, and learn from one of our serious fastest rising coaches, not just on our team, like in the network. Like this, people don't just do this. Yeah, girl, shouting you out. I told you I was going to embarrass you tonight in a good way. She loves me. She loves me, and I love her too. So I'm going to mute myself. I'm getting my pen and paper out. Take good notes. Can't wait to hear you guys take away at the end. If you have questions as Cameron goes, ask him in the chat, and if we have time at the end, she'll hit up those questions. All right, take it away, girl.
Perfect. So Jen, will you just mute people as you, okay, perfect. All right. Before I actually prepared some slides, but before I jump into that, I want to introduce myself a little bit more and give y'all a little bit better idea of who I am. Like Jen said, I'm Cameron Eaves. I'm coming to y'all from Auburn, Alabama. I'm a Southern girl, born and raised Mississippi. Now I'm living in Alabama. I work at Auburn University as an advisor for student organizations. I am full-time working mom, and I just love my job. I love what I do at Auburn. So coaching was kind of never really on my radar until I was invited to coaching. I absolutely loved being a challenger, but then was invited to coaching and kind of just said, hey, I'll do it for about a month, and then I will kind of go from there, see what happens. If y'all hear my child in the background, I'm sorry, 8 o'clock is her bedtime. So I'll try to not be distracted by that. So anyway, tried coaching for about a month, and, found out that I really enjoyed talking to people as much as an introvert as I am. Enjoy talking to people and realizing that, I could make an impact in just a few people's lives. That's really all I wanted to do every month. So the more that kind of happened and those relationships started to develop, the more I got hooked on coaching, and really addicted to the high of seeing people get results. So that really was how I transitioned into being a coach. And I honestly, like I said from the beginning, my goal was never to be an elite coach, was never to be a top 10 coach. It was if I can make a little extra income, then I'm doing all right. My husband was in the process of transitioning out of the military, and I just knew that things were going to be really tight. So once I realized, hey, I'm already kind of doing this as a challenger, if I can make a little extra money doing it, that wouldn't be so bad. So that really is my story of how I got into coaching. Like Jen said, somehow I have found my way to, hitting diamond pretty quickly, then hitting 2-star, apparently Success Club, all-star, really just by doing the vitals that Beachbody has created for us and doing them consistently. Not really much rocket science behind doing those, but also just being consistent and, following my own plan for that. So what I'm hoping to share with y'all will be some tangible takeaways. Like I said, I'm in higher ed, so I feel like I go to conferences a lot, and many times they are very theoretical, and I love that, and I'm all about that, but I'm also all about strategy. Tell me step by step what I can do to make this happen. Otherwise, it gets lost. When you're busy and you're a busy mom like me, I need tangible steps that I can put into place and put into action right away. So hopefully y'all can kind of get that from my presentation tonight. I'm going to try and share my screen, and we will see if it works. Canva is a new thing to me, so I'm going to try and figure it out. If I can move this. I hear my child. There we go. All right. And then y'all tell me if y'all can see this. Perfect. Okay. So this is always me. Like for example, I go to Summit and I get super pumped up and I have a goal, and then I'm like doing all the things all at once to hit my goal. And then I'm not successful at all. So what I'm trying to present to y'all tonight is I have a goal, and now what to do with it. But in order to do that, we have to start with a goal. You have to pick one thing and kind of keep that in your mind throughout the presentation, and go for that. So for me, it is going to be elite. I will be honest with y'all. The beginning of the year, my goal was not elite. And honestly, a few weeks ago, my goal was not elite until I went to Summit. And I was like, dang it, I want to be elite. But I will say that I didn't just want to be elite because I saw Jen and I saw Val. I wanted to be elite because it aligns with my goals. And I feel like Beachbody has set up a pretty clear template for me to become elite. So one of my huge values is leadership development and developing other leaders. And elite is really just the pathway for me to do that. So that's what I'm working towards next. All right. Here we go. So this is normally me after I'm presented with a goal. My mind goes crazy and I'm jumping all over the place, and then I can never achieve anything. How many of y'all are like this? I know that I cannot be the only one. I'm super type A. I want to get things done immediately, but normally I try to do too many things at once and I never get anything accomplished fully. So the first thing we're going to talk about is kind of organizing it. And no matter what, if your goal is not elite, if your goal is emerald, if your goal is diamond, to kind of apply that goal to the strategies that I'm going to outline here in a second. All right. So like I said from the beginning, you have to pick one thing. I know if any of y'all are familiar with Rachel Hollis, she's always talking about pick one thing, and go for that thing, because we can't be achieving multiple goals at the same time. So right now, my goal is elite, and I consistently and every single day, I know why my goal is elite. Just the same way that we have to know our why as a coach. My why is to help other people, have their own transformation. My why for coaching, or my why for hitting elite, is to help develop other leaders on my team. So have that why in the back of your mind, because obviously we all know, as we're hitting these goals, or we're trying to hit this goal, you're going to lose sight of your why, and you're going to lose yourself. So remembering your why, remembering why it's important to you, is always going to be important to keep in the forefront of your mind. So again, what's great about Beachbody is they really give us the tools and the steps necessary to hit our goal. So we know we want to be elite, and they're like, great, here you want to be elite. Here are the things that you need to do in order to become elite. But it's more complex than that. So we're going to kind of break that down. But again, if you're trying to hit emerald, or if you're trying to hit diamond, there are steps that you can create along the way to get you there. All right. Let's see. Make sure I didn't skip one. There we go. Okay. So the process, again, I'm kind of stealing a couple things from Rachel Hollis, but I just love her so much. And in Girl Stop Apologizing, she gives some great tangible ways to reach a goal. And I feel like it aligns with the way that I think about things. So I kind of wanted to map it out in this way. So we start from the ending. So you have to think about your final product, and your final product and what you want is not going to change. Even though your steps along the way may change, your ending will not. I'm super, super visual. Although I'm super visual, I've never made a vision board. But I will always have that vision of, if it's me on the stage, if it's me sitting on the floor, if it's me like with my team, I will be able to visualize what it looks like for me to be elite. And I'm always working towards that. Second thing is going back to the beginning. So now you are looking at your starting point. So you will not be able to evolve or change or take one step towards your goal until you know what you're working with currently. So for me, that looks like, okay, I'm a 2-star diamond. So now I can kind of figure out, based on where I'm at currently, where I'm headed and what my first steps need to be. And then after I've figured out my ending and I have my beginning, I have to figure out all this stuff in between. So the tangible steps along the way, creating your roadmap to becoming elite or to becoming diamond. And if you are pushing for diamond, which I know a lot of you in this group are, the push groups and these resources that Jen and Val have provided for you, they are literally giving you the steps possible. And if it doesn't make sense for you, figure out what does make sense for you and go with that. I feel like there are so many resources out there that it can get overwhelming. So figuring out what step 1, step 2, step 3 look like for you is going to be the most important and vital for you to reach your goal in the first place. All right. Don't see that? Okay. All right. So brainstorm. Again, a little bit of Rachel Hollis. I know she likes to like word vomit onto the page. She brainstorms all of the necessary steps to get her to her goal. So for me, if my goal is elite, I'm going into my back office and I'm going to study hardcore what the steps are for me to hit elite. Again, Beachbody has kind of given us these things. I know that it's requiring 105 leadership points, 2 new diamonds, 5,000 plus team volume, and then a 5-star diamond rank. I'm checking my time. So to me, this brainstorm is fairly simple. It could look more complex depending on what your goal is, but I'm just putting this all down on paper so that later on I can map it out. I can put it in order of what I want to achieve first. I can put it in order of what I'm closest to, whatever makes the most sense. But what is the most important is that you do what works for you. All right. So this one I want to take a little more time on because this is really the meat of the presentation, which is the plan, the action steps, the tangible items that I need to help me hit my goal. So I wanted to focus on leadership points for me first because I knew that that was where I was lacking the most. Now you might know, okay, well, I'm a 4-star diamond and I need to be a 5-star. I'm going to really focus on, getting that other diamond. But for me, it was leadership points. So out of the gate, I'm really focusing on what does it look like for me to hit my leadership point goal. The thing about elite specifically and sort of for diamond would be that all of these things kind of happen simultaneously. So I know that in the back of my mind as I'm working towards, I might be working towards my leadership points, but I'm also developing my diamonds and I'm trying to increase my weak leg team volume. It's kind of all happening at the same time. But under each one of these steps, there are kind of like, I'll call them like sub steps or these really tangible pieces of what, to me, this is the day-to-day things that I'm like focusing in on and honing in on. So instead of me just saying like, yep, I need 105 leadership points and then just going on my way, and I might be helping my Coaches Hit Success Club, but I don't know for sure if that is relating to my leadership points. So I want to have day-to-day in and out things that I can do that I know, okay, if I've done that every single day, then I'm going to hit my leadership points goal. So for me, if I know that I need 105 leadership points, I'm going to subtract what my current leadership points are, and then I'll divide it by 6 months. So I'm going to put a timeline on it, and I'm going to say I want to hit elite by December. So that's giving me 6 months to get my leadership points where I want them to be. So instead of me saying, oh my gosh, I need 60 leadership points, or, oh my gosh, I need 50 leadership points, then I'm saying, oh, I just need 8 leadership points a month, or, oh, I just need 6 leadership points a month. It makes it a lot more tangible. And whenever things are tangible and smaller, they're easier for us to grab, then our goal is easier for us to achieve. So kind of try to bring it home. And my second grade teacher always said, eat the elephant. So bite by bite by bite, you are trying to achieve this goal. It makes it a lot less scary. And the other one would be, okay, I know that I have one diamond already, so I know that I need to build one more diamond. For me, building diamonds is, one, identifying who they are. Haven't even figured out who would potentially be my next new diamond. Identifying and then developing them. So that might look like creating a bubble map with them. That might look like having calls with them. That to me is like boots on the ground, helping them hit diamond. But I'm a super hands-on coach for the ones that I know they're pushing to diamond. For my weak leg, not all fancy and beautiful there, but it's really just building my weak leg, having working coaches on my weak leg, and knowing in my head what those points are and working towards that. The last thing is, okay, I know I'm a 2-star and I need 3 more diamonds to help me hit 5-star. So again, I'm identifying, I'm developing who those diamonds might be, giving them the resources that they need. If that's a call, if that's working on a diamond map with them. And then in my head, I know I have a second business center. So that to me could be 3. So then I'm only needing 2 more diamonds. So I know that's extremely, extremely like tangible stuff for me to hit my goal, but hopefully that will kind of help y'all in mapping out your goals. All right. Looking at my time. So yeah, this is my last slide. I really want to, really hammer home the importance of setting a deadline for it, especially for me. I'm used to having a supervisor, having a boss, having somebody who is giving me these deadlines and saying, well, if you don't, you got to get it done by this day. So whenever I made the transition to working for myself, I realized, oh crap, nobody's holding me accountable to this. I have to set my own deadlines. So yes, Beachbody has given us the resources to do these things, but it's ultimately in our hands to make it happen. And also don't stop. So I've set the deadline for December because I kind of came into this goal a little late in the game, but I set my goal for December. But I promise you, if I don't hit elite by December, then I'm not going to stop working towards elite, because again, I'm going back to my why. I'm not just, oh, I want to be elite because it sounds cool. No, I want to be elite because I want to grow my team. I want to develop other leaders. I want to do this thing for the long haul. And you're telling me elite is really the thing that's going to help me get there, then I'm always going to be pushing for elite. Because it's going to make me, it's going to make my teammates and my team better. So no matter what, it's always going to go back to my why from the beginning. So with that, Summit has me extremely fired up, has me wanting all the goals, but I'm super, super excited about being a part of this team and hopefully giving y'all 1 or 2 nuggets to take away from that. And let's go.
Oh my gosh, you did so good. Okay, so if you guys have questions, go ahead and take a couple minutes to ask them, and then I'll toss it back to Cameron. But one thing that I took a crap ton of notes, Cameron. One thing I love that you said was the brain dump, the tangible steps to your goal. Just take out a piece of paper and write down everything you need to do. So guys, if you've never hit Success Club, then what do you need to do to hit Success Club? You already know. It's in the training. If you've never gotten Emerald, what are the things you need to do, and brain dump on that paper that you can start to make tangible steps to get to Emerald. If you're working to Diamond, same thing. Everything Cameron shared tonight could be applied to anything you're working towards. If you're trying to make, I don't know, $1,000 a week. What do you need to do every single day to make that $1,000 a week? Whatever you want to do. Like, she gave you like the exact process on how she does this. And I can't wait to implement this process in my business. Val and I were texting each other, and she can't wait to implement some steps in her business. So if you guys have some questions, we have just a couple of minutes. Cameron, if you just want to unmute. I see Lauren Lucky said, do you only invite to coaching, Cameron?
Sorry, say it again.
Do you only invite to coaching?
No. Inviting to coaching is kind of new for me. Because of my path into coaching, I was like, oh, well, they have to be challengers first or they don't get it. But I am seeing that some of my best coaches are the ones that I initially invited to be a coach from the get-go. Maybe they don't decide to be a coach and they're like, I just want to be a challenger for a little bit. But I've planted the seed with them earlier than my challengers, so it's not so foreign to them that this could even be a thing. So I invite to both.
All right. Any other questions? Guys, you can just type them in the chat. We're going to give it like just a little bit to see if there's any more questions. Let's see. Everyone said, thank you. You're amazing. Val said she took a whole page of notes. Always be a student. Yes. Yes, girl. That was great. Love you, Cameron. That was awesome. So proud. Awesome, Cameron. Woo! All the love for Cameron. All right, guys. I don't see any more questions, so we're going to wrap it up. But as always, I have a call to action for you guys, and Cameron kind of gave it. And we're going to make it a little interesting. I just decided off the top of my head. So your call to action is brain dump on your piece of paper. And think about what you need to do right now to reach whatever goal it is, whether it's Success Club 6, Success Club 10 for the first time. Maybe you're going for Success Club 50. Are you trying to make $500 a week, Emerald Coach, Diamond Rank, Star Diamond Rank, whatever it is. There's no goal too small. I want to challenge you to brain dump your steps, just like she shared with you on her slide, on a piece of paper. And if you go post that piece of paper in our team page, Val's team page, wherever, I'm going to enter you into a drawing, and I don't know what I'm going to give away yet. I'm fixing to go look at that activewear line and probably going to choose something from that. So heads up, I'm going to go look. If you guys don't know, we're launching an activewear line, and it helps with cellulite, heads up. So if you want something up for grabs, I'm fixing to go shop that activewear line and pick a lucky coach who's showing up for their business. And then the other call to action I have for you is go do it. Write down what you need to do and do that shiz. Like, don't be like, oh, this is what I need to do. Maybe one day I'll do. No, do it. Your goals are worth it. You're worth it. Go after it. And that's one thing I can say. Cameron's not my coach. She's Abby Park's coach. But one thing I want to just brag on both of them about, neither one of them ask questions. They just go for it. They just go for it and they figure out as they go. So don't sit on your hands. Don't sit on the piece of paper with your steps. Don't sit on the dream. Don't sit on the vision. Go and get busy and fail forward, mess up, make mistakes. Just start. And in the words of Kate Schultes, just start messy. Just do it. So that's your takeaway, or that's your call to action tonight. Can't wait. We'll give it maybe until tomorrow at this time, so that you guys have time to think about your brain dump and what you want to do, and just get it. Val said, prizes, y'all. Get it now. Yeah, we're all about the prizes. So that's all we have. Thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you for showing up for Cameron, because she took time away from her family and bedtime to be on here to share that with you. So we always are super grateful for that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And the last thing I want to say, you guys are killing it this month across the board. But if you're at Success Club, don't just sit on your hands the rest of the month. See how far you can go. If you're at, I don't care if you're at Success Club 50, go see if you can make it to 100. There's lives to be changed, and that is something we should show up for every day. So don't get comfortable. The second you get comfortable is when, starts to happen. So get uncomfortable, get out there, do your thing. You're here for a reason. Admit it to yourself and get out there, do the steps. This was a great, great call. Thank you so much, Cameron. We appreciate you. Moana right now, so you have everyone all up in the fields. Hop to it, everyone. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Thanks, Cameron. Bye, guys.
Bye.